And welcome to the first asynchronous learning day at CIS, at least the first one I'm aware of. And, well, I think you all know what you should be doing, but just in case. Now, let's click over here on the lessons page. Now, I haven't updated the link on the page yet, but tomorrow you will see a link to this, so when you go to the lessons page you'll see this link and you'll be watching the video that I'm preparing right now. Now let's go back to the core. Oh, note, criterion B, stage B is due April 8th. That is a week from tomorrow as we speak. Sorry, yes, so as you're watching this, it's Thursday the 31st, and so Stage B is due a week from tomorrow, Friday. Now, back over here on the course page, I just made a couple of adjustments to these links. So this is the link to the handout. It was some verbose title there. This is a link to the project descriptions in case you want to get there quickly. This should take you into the course, or into the textbook for the course, hopefully. There it is. This link wasn't working quite right. And you just scroll down to the bottom and you can see, it says semester projects. It should say semester 2 projects. Up above here you have the semester 1 projects. So there's that. Now, has everyone put their project idea inside here? Okay, a couple of Sean, naughty. And Richard, okay, Richard, we discussed what you're going to do for this. Okay, let's come back to here. Now, the work you're doing between now and next Friday is, let's go to the handout. We've been through this, but repetition is the mother of learning, as they say. Please refer to the rubrics. Now, I also added some bookmarks in here so it's easy to get around. So if you haven't, you should read this stuff. I renamed this, called it Real World Stuff. There's some very interesting reading in here. It's all about the real world application of well, Java systems, and they're used all over the place. So it's very interesting reading there. This is your task. You're to select one project. You know this. I cleaned this up a little bit. Here are the project ideas, and that link, that should take you to the same place we were just at a minute ago. Yes, it does. So we're trying to make this access a little cleaner. So you select one of these games or one of these projects, or you can propose your own. And now, it says here, important note, you really need to dig into the problem beyond what has been provided to you in the documents above. Now, I'm not sure how much further beyond you need to go, but just make clear in your planning stage here, make it clear what the features of the game are. Now, you can adjust this column if it's not big enough. And now it says 200 words. That seems a bit tight to me, but so again, you were to create a DF-like document. You should define the problem or state the problem. So what am I trying to solve, and why? Well, I'm not sure about the why. Because it's fun. The next step is, okay, so here's where you're going to list out the requirements. Some of them are clear from the project handout. Some of them you can refine or embellish or add some of your own. Up to you. And we'll look in the rubric in a minute. Is there a count, a minimum number of line items in the spec required? Not sure. The test plan, we talked about this. So please indicate how a tester might exercise your program to demonstrate that this feature really does work. And that this test plan will be executed during stage D, looks like. There's some overlap between here. You got stage C as development, stage C plus D is evaluation. Yeah, we'll get to that after the break. And then here you are to express your algorithm as a flowchart or pseudocode. The purpose is to visually present the logic. Forget about Java syntax when you're doing this. You're not writing Java code. You're just expressing the logic. If you're using pseudocode, it will sort of look like code based, because of the way it's organized. And yeah. Now, if you need examples, there's tons of examples that you can go find. Do we have an example here? I'll show you one in a second. Identify 3 areas of concern. Again, we talked about this. What could possibly go wrong? And of course, sources. Now, unlikely that every consideration that you're making here is your own. If you're consulting other sources, you do have to cite them. Now, if we look down at where is the rubric? I think it's up here at the top. Click here. It's in another document. And right here on level 5.6. Okay, there you go. 10 or more specifications or features. I like to think of this as a single specification, which includes a list of precise and measurable features. The detailed description of the project chosen. Now, you should state it in your own words. Just don't lift it from the project description. Detailed test procedure for each specification, and then your flowchart. It says flowchart. Okay, now it just mentions flowchart here. It doesn't mention pseudocode. I'll have a word with the teachers about that. That doesn't seem quite right, but pseudocode is okay. So that's the rubric. Now for pseudocode, you can do this too. Sample pseudocode. Now there are many notations that are used for this. The one we will use, well, you can, again, it doesn't have to be. We don't have a defined pseudo notation. Let me try and find. This looks sort of interesting over here. No, that doesn't. Where's a good example? Here, this looks okay. Now notice, oh dear. How about this? Yeah, so let me just zoom in on that so it doesn't take me somewhere else. So you can see there are what look like if statements. Now, I don't know what language this is, and you don't need to know. Pseudocode is meant to be language neutral. As I've said in class, pseudocode is a design stage artifact. It's created by the designer. The audience is the development team. Now, the designer may not even know what the target computer language is and doesn't really care. The logic, if expressed clearly, could be implemented in any language. Well, in most languages, some languages are more suited for certain problems than others. So now there's no while loop in here. Maybe we can find another example of a while loop. Now here we got flowchart versus pseudocode. I don't know why we don't have more examples of this. Let's go back to the course. Yeah, we don't have any. Most unfortunate. Why do we not have good examples of pseudocode here? Now, I think I showed you some from the Year 9 handout, but anyway, I'm waxing on. I think you can find good examples. I'm going to try and find one more. All right, here's one with a for loop in it. Again, the notation, Oh, what do we got here? This looks interesting. Can I get that? Pseudocode. All right, there we go. Okay, here's Fortran style pseudocode, Pascal style, C style, basic. So again, I wouldn't get too bogged down on the language. You can use any of these styles. Forget about the language that it's referring to. Any way that you want to format your code, as long as the logic is clear. All right, I don't want to take up more of your time. Same with the flowcharts. I mean, you've done flowcharts in the past. Go find a quick and dirty flowchart tutorial. Here's an example. You have terminal nodes. Parallelograms are for input and output. So if you're writing something to the screen, you would use this. If you're expecting input from the keyboard, you would use this symbol. Rectangles are for a process, so you're doing some kind of calculation. Now they're using, looks like this hexagon for decision. I'm not sure what the heck, I've not seen this symbol before. Normally we use a diamond for making decisions, and diamonds have a yes output and a no output. So yeah. I'll try and find something better and add it to as a resource to the course. Okay, if you have any problems, or if you want to have any kind of Zoom session between now and our next class, which is not, when is our next class? It is, okay, we have the 2 asynchronous. Okay, we have class on Monday. So I'll see you then. Bye.